Hey, what's up guys, it's Oakley, and we are back in the laboratory tinkering with little custom settings to have some really fun times. So this one is going to be Pike and shot theme, so I'm going to be an Empire army against the Midland army coming at me. Numbers are not on my side here, so the opponent has the advantage, but I'm on the defensive. So we'll see if I can sustain the onslaught that's coming at me. So in terms of the laboratory settings, I have essentially left everything standard, but tweaked a couple little modifiers. The first is going to be the unit size. Wanted this at 4 times to just have a lot of troops on the battlefield. It's going to be a bloodbath. Everything else here is left at about 100% or whatever the standard is, except for a couple. So explosions turned up to 150. Reload rate has been reduced. Ammunition turned up a little bit. Projectile penetration turned up a little bit. And that's about it. Any scaling has been left at 100%. It's just normal. So yeah, there you have it. So this is going to be a very interesting battle. I do have to say that the laboratory was, it's a bit of sponsored content in that CA gave it to us early, and then they also sent us an amazing package, like a care package. I do have the unboxing over on the second channel, which you should definitely check out. The second channel is where I'm going to be slowly starting to migrate all my gaming content in order to have the main channel be more history, pure, and focused. So you'll be seeing more of that there, and I'm uploading unique content over there. So I'm going to be doing not only Total War content, but also other titles. So keep an eye on that, and actually head on over now and see if there's other content you'd like. For the time being, I do have some more of these laboratory battles up and running, as well as a pretty cool unboxing. So that's it. Let's go over the army compositions real quick. And yeah, so my forces, I had a sprinkling of different spears and halberds, some free company militia. I wanted my force to be a bit more ragtag, so you know they perhaps can't afford all these handgunners, so they have some free company militia coming aboard, some old crossbowmen. They do have some pistoliers as well. And I did bring Sterling's Revenge. I wanted some, you know, heroes of the battle here, but overall, not that many compared to the opponent here, who has as additional entire rank here, and that is basically, I mean, if you look at his force, he has fair amount of spearmen with shields, 2 free company militia, but 2 full lines of handgunners, whereas if you look at mine, I have barely half a line. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I do like having the odds stacked against me. I don't know if I'm overdoing it too much, but he has mortars, cannons, Hellstorm rocket batteries, whereas on my end, I don't quite have the mortars, but what I do have is Hellblaster volley guns to clean up infantry in close quarters combat. So I'm going to be a bit more tactical in my deployment. And the map itself is Fall of Man, which when we start this, you'll see the defender's advantage that I have. And we'll be able to pull off some cool stuff. So anyways, let's get into the battle.
Run! Flee! Flee!
Alright, so we are on the battlefield here. And you can see, oh my god, the enemy has so many men. Crazy. Let's take a look at some of the stats here. 10,000 on our side versus 11,000 on his side. Oh my god, this is absolutely bonkers. Take a look at my ranks. Oh god, I've always wanted to have armies this large, and you know, a little bit of a teaser of what could come for Pike and Shot here. Look at that. Glorious Empire forces here arrayed in front of you with the light. Good god. This is crazy stuff. Oh god, I can't wait to get this battle underway. But we're going to have to be a little bit judicious with our deployment here. Be very careful with how we do it and how we stage this defense, because when the odds are against us, obviously we have to be careful. So what I'm thinking of doing is holding out at the very top. It does have a lot of opportunities for me to hold strategic choke points, but I want to have a nice battle here up at the top at the end. So we're going to have our cavalry positioned in the back. Let's have a pair of them here, and they can sally out and charge if I need some cover. So 2 over there. The other one going to be guarding the right-hand side. What I'm going to have to do is, with the Hellblasters, these guys are going to be pulled up to kind of be a last defense. So let's pull the Hellblaster up there. Let's pull another Hellblaster. Actually, if anyone's going to go up there, it should be the cannons. The cannons have longer range. So let's move the cannons up to the top deck of the defense. As for the Hellblasters themselves, I guess they do deserve to be a little bit upfront and personal. So the first Hellblaster, let's put him here. Oh my god, that's so many cannons. Let's make sure they're not shooting themselves. Spread this out a little bit more. There you go. So that'll be good. So this will cover the main approach of the enemy as they get in. And the second Hellblaster, I do want to reserve, as I keep saying, some units for the final engagement. I think this is a good opportunity here. Defending the ridge. Let's embed it into the kind of, the ridge line here. Okay. As for the rest of our forces, Free Company Militia are going to be the Holdfast force. They're going to be kind of holding in the back, keeping an eye on the battlefield, not being the ones to take the brunt of the fighting, but when things come down to it in the end, they're going to be very key for holding this out. They'll have overwatch positions here. So as an enemy pushes down the hill, we'll be able to start to get some shots on them. Let's actually have perhaps a little bit of a flanking body here. Yeah, this will be good. Have some units here that can, yeah, there you go. Position on the flank here to hold the enemy at bay if they try and push up there. Now for the main core, let's get our general up to the center. He's going to go retreat back to be on overwatch position. And good God, we have a ton of people. Okay, so the crossbowmen, I do want, oh, actually, another thing we're going to want to do is turn off skirmishing mode. I do want to save a fair amount of my skirmishers for late stage because with the way they can arc their fire, I do want to put them up top here, shooting over the cliffs, whereas the enemy won't get shots on. So a fair amount of our guys are going to be in rearguard deployment, but I don't want all of them. So let's have some crossbowmen position here. They can shoot up and over this position that way, and the other one can be positioned here, shooting up and over our ranks. Okay, crossbowmen are deployed. Let's get Sterling's Revenge. He is going to be in the thick of it. Position on the flank here. I do hope he may be too large to remain hidden. We'll see. There you go. Okay, perfect. So he's going to be remaining hidden there. These guys are going to be retreating. Some gunners. Okay, so let's definitely save some handgunners for the end. Two of these guys are going to be pushing up through the center, and they'll be coming and going through that little gap. These two here do want to be positioned looking through at the choke. So let's put one here, coming across. The other one is going to be helping to defend Sterling's Revenge. And actually, these guys, questioning where I want them. Yeah, let's hold them back a little bit further. There'll be a surprise reinforcement here. Toggle around the side, yeah, and give some suppressing fire as the enemy moves up. So this is going to be really cool. I never really have the opportunity to get like so strategic with the forces, especially on this scale. Okay, and this guy's going to move up to watch that position, although I expect we'll get a lot of incoming fire, which means that fodder units, giant spear lines, are going to be defending the front. There we have it. Some spearmen here are going to be sent back to defend the top. We will keep our core guard positioned across the front. They'll be able to come here and defend this Hell Blaster. See what's the best position. I think, yeah, this is still good. He still has a nice view down here. Overwatch, he will be a little bit closer. Don't want any deep formations because with cannons incoming they'll be doing a lot of damage. But I think we're good here. And let's turn him, yeah, there we go, a position to guard there. All right, looks like we are good. Let's go ahead and press K just so you can see the deployment of our forces. Lots of staggered formations here, Hell Blasters, cannons, and traps of all kinds on all front. And this is going to be the killing fields. We do have some God Rays coming in as well. Let's watch from down here. God, this is going to be so epic. I'm very excited for this. All right, and keep in mind we are going to be doing a multi-tiered defense. So now that the battle's underway, let's put this on slow motion just because I don't usually like to cheat like that. But in this instance, it is going to be a little bit necessary due to the numbers that we have here. And I want to get stuff set up beforehand. All right, Great Cannon is going to be pulled up to the very top here. Let's get him fully deployed across the front there. These handgunners are going to be for late game defense. Same thing with this Great Cannon. We want it deployed up across the front. And he is going to have some crossbowman support on the top here. I think these, yeah, Free Company Militia, we said they would be held in reserve, so they'll be doing just that. Actually, they are probably going to be needed over here. Yeah, we'll We'll bring these guys back up. This is going to be like the Sterling's Revenge plus another free company is going to be helping to tie down this front. Meanwhile, in the center, I think we had everything deployed. Looks like the field Hellblaster is going to start to fire upon the enemy. So, okay. Got this stuff set up. I think we are ready to go. Everything is getting into position. Finally, let's take a look at these guys here with my free company militia. Let's just get them in the woods in a position to cover that flank. Okay. So with that being said, let's take a gander at the enemy as it comes toward us. I do want to keep this on slow motion just so we can enjoy some of the shots here. Freaking glorious. And mind you, we have over 20,000 men on the battlefield, lots of ranks, and they do look good with the different colors here. So they can see men up in the mountains, and perhaps that is our little hold fast, the keep in the back that we were trying to defend. Perhaps it's an important armory that we've seized. But the enemy is not going to let us have it. Here they come. I do wish we had some musicians and standard bearers that would make this. And look at this as the ranks do move up. There they come, pushing forward. And already some of the mortar crews going to start to fire away at our front ranks. God, this looks so good. Let's put this on pause again just so we can continue to get all the cinematic shots as the men move up and give you a little bit of context for what's going on. So it looks like the AI has mostly positioned its cannons in the back, so they're not going to be optimally placed, but they will be moving up in due time. The mortar crews are firing from the cover of the forest, and they're just starting to hit the extremities of our guys. The handgunners here taking punishing fire, lots of mortars here with the added explosive damage taking a toll on our guys, especially over here at the front ranks. But I think we should be okay. Anyways, the combat is going to be getting underway here. Let's go ahead and watch this from the perspective of the Hellblaster as it looks out at the ranks in front of it. Oh, here comes the other Hellblaster on top too. So there you go, the shot's coming out. Taking lots of fire. Oh my god. Concentrated artillery battery is doing so much. And look how much crap we have here. This is where I wish we had a mortar. Absolutely insane. But here comes the crush through the center. Let's see if this first assault can crack our defenses. They're trying to out-muscle us. But as they get caught up in the front, this is going to be the killing field that we intended. Oh my god, absolutely insane. Okay, so as the main assault is getting underway and tons of units are moving up, it looks like the pressure has been taken off a bit on our guys here, but look, 4 different full-size handgunner units pushing up through here. This guy is going to be heavily depleted. He's going to try and hold. Let's pull up with some of our free company militia who were, if they're going to shine at any point in time, it's going to be in reinforcing our ranks here. So let's pull up our guys. Mind you that the free company do handle themselves fairly decently in melee combat. So this is going to be their opportunity to do this, just that. Although we do have a General of the Empire coming in here. Let's see if we can't get a little bit of a duel, take him off the battlefield. But the fight is underway. Enemies crashing through the fronts, and a flanking maneuver is taking place here. This is again where the free company militia are going to be coming in. I don't necessarily want to take an engagement right away. We're going to do a bit of a staggered defense here. So let's pull these guys around and redeploy those Pistoliers here to hold that back for the time being. Just curve to meet the enemy. And it looks like the Hellblasters up here doing a toll. Let's make sure that they are focusing on healthy spearman units. And it looks like the front ranks are going to be tied down by our guys. The enemy guns not having the optimal range, and we are having just overarching lines of fire. It's going to be doing really well. The cannons back here also going to be taking their mark at enemy free company. And now let's go ahead and toggle this forward and watch some of the supporting fire from up on high. Looks like not all the cannon crews have direct line of fire. There we go. Unloading, tons of stuff going on here. So much freaking death. Let's go ahead and keep an eye on the Free Company militia. Looks like my halberdiers have been pulled up, going to be holding back the enemy spearmen. Take a look at the Free Company. Pistoliers here looking absolutely great. They are starting to take the attention of the enemy cannons, taking out heads and ranks as they come in close. Let's see if we can't do a noble charge into this blob and bring in some support to fire in the back. We're taking too much punishing fire. Let's go ahead and see what this looks like from the blue tide as they see the rebel yell coming up here from the hills. How many volleys can they reload now that their nerve is perhaps being shaken? Tons of ranks, but if your buddy doesn't hold, who can hold? And it looks like it is going to be infectious. Our pistoliers here moving up. And here they come, taking lots of cannon fire, but wading through the blue blood. They're actually going to see this entire wing off. And this is something you would have probably seen historically. Once someone commits to a bayonet charge, no one really wants to end up standing for that. So we'll be able to push them back. We'll see what the high watermark is. But actually, now that we're down on the ground, yeah, we've reclaimed the territory. So these guys are going to sell their lives dearly to push this back and allow our men to hold the top. Let's go back and recommit to the center and see what's happening as they continue to funnel men down. They're going to try and seek cover here. Cannonballs flying overhead. But it looks like this concave here has held for the time being. And our lines are strong. Hellblaster is still up and running. Still doing tons of damage. Let's commit our spears up through the front. And on this side, looks like our units are still holding. Crossbowmen also going to unload. Let's see what this looks like. Some crossbowmen also in the mix. Overwatching this position. I don't even know how you choose your targets here, but it is definitely a target-rich environment. So there you go. A lot of the shots flying forward. Let's watch this from the perspective of the people who are receiving this. A couple darts coming in. And just pegging these guys to the ground. Freaking cool. Alright, let's keep an eye on the top rank up here where our men went. So it looks like the Free Company successfully keeping these guys at bay. Some shots here. The enemy not entirely sure what they want to do. Let's go ahead and move the Free Company up. See how they take this fight. So they've moved up from the woods. There you go, trying to snipe at the enemy heads. A stalemate indeed on this side. But the enemy is recovering somewhat. Their ranks have been depleted for sure in the center. But more ranks are going to be coming in. Oh my god, they have no idea how to beat us back. Let's see how the Free Company is doing. It looks like they've been able to clear up the enemy. But now that they've tried to fight mano a mano, a line battle here, not necessarily the best of engagements for them. Oh, they are holding pretty well. Swashbuckling men as they are, quick-firing pistols, and cannon support. See how this lasts. This is crazy stuff. Who has the balls to stand here? It looks like it is not going to be my guys as more and more ranks turn about. Realize that the numbers are on their side. Should be able to take them out, but the cannons all the way up top. Ooh, but that is enough to break my guys. And here comes the charge back up the hill. They're going to try and seize the position, but like I said before, we were able to claim it. The sights have been kind of focused there. Cannons from the top of the mountain coming back in for close support. They have this position zeroed in, so you have to move or die here. Now it looks like the enemy artillery is finally in position. Don't know why my gunners are pushing up. Let's tell them to stop, but it looks like it's too late. Actually, so a lot of their big artillery pieces now finally coming up after the main assault was underway, so that is not going to be good for me. Oh, I've lost, oh god, both of my Hellblasters have moved up in this case. Now they're going to take murderous fire. Looks like they're doomed, so let's go ahead and actually enjoy a little bit of that. So there you go. Yeah, the enemy artillery, I guess, getting out of the mud wherever it was stuck. And now they have the close support that they need in all my guns. This is the only thing that was really holding strong, helping my position hold strong. So once the enemy kind of regains its strength, discovers its courage, and rediscovers the support of mortar crews, this is where the siege of the citadel is going to be underway. So they have the foothold here. My free company have been seen back. And with this position secured on the hill, I'm not quite sure how much longer that's going to last as the cannon crews start to zero in. And let's watch this from my handgunners who have secured this position, have been told to hold the far right, but are now facing hundreds, if not thousands of men charging up at them. Oh god, here comes some artillery. Turn around and boom. Wrecking our guys, and you must wonder on this flank, how soon until you're the one being targeted? Looks like those cannon shots are going to be trying to exchange. Oh my god, with the top of the hill. Freaking crazy to stand here and know that artillery, you know, shells are whizzing over you from both sides. Who knows which one is going to fall short from either side. And here comes the main brutal incoming missiles, a new technology wheeled out by the Duke of Midland here. I suppose he wants to put an end to my forces. Hellblasters here still up, still having a bit of cover, but now taking fire from the cannon crew, somehow having the arc capable of hitting my guys. So good thing we kept some reserves here because, yeah, our ranks are being cleaned up. So here they go, pushing up. Looks like my free company, oh my god, just tore into these guys. I'm not quite sure what is happening here, but they're able to do quite the damage. Let's go ahead and commit them into melee against these handgunners. So here is the extreme left flank of my force, again overwatching the whole position. Let's see the cannons now in position, who they're going to start to target, and oh yeah, here they go, all the shots going up to the top, trying to take out the citadel and its defenders. This is so freaking cool. This is like a veritable siege. And all those low ground positions that I had now going to start to be taken out. So the second and third wave, and oh my god, all of that going to be ushered in by those Hellstorm rocket batteries. Our guys are still holding the combination of shots here. Let's see what it's like from this perspective. Mortars whizzing overhead. And I don't blame my men pulling back here. Absolute chaos. The blue rank's going to be reclaiming the center, setting fire to the cannons as they push up. So looks like the tide is lost for our guys. Let's go ahead and put this back on slow motion and pivot over into the next phase of the fight, which is going to be the defense of the top. So this was an eventuality we did plan for. Still have a bunch of men remaining, and let's pull everything back to the top as the enemy pushes up. It looks like our generals are still duking it out. Let's call on the gods to save us. This is going to be a little bit anachronistic, or even not even anachronistic. Straight out of fantasy. In the middle of this pike and shot battle, my general is going to call on the heavens and receive the blessing of the gods here. So yeah, there's a little bit of that. The blue men here giving my glowing general a wide berth. So now with the enemy pushing up, let's continue to reform. We can perhaps... Alright. Free Company is still holding those guys back. They are discovering perhaps what would be the goat path behind Thermopylae, but all of a sudden realizing that no, in fact, this time around it is very much defended. Here come the ranks of the cavalry. They did hear the stampeding. Let's watch this. Oh my god. Charge of the Rohirrim down the hill. This is epic. Coming to save the day. So the cavalry reserves here definitely helping out, sweeping these guys back. Absolutely glorious. And let's see if they can continue down the hill to killing those guys. And now the main battle underway here. Oh, it looks like most of our reserves are going to have to fall back. Somehow the cannon's hitting me here. We're going to do a last line. cannon crews back here, not going to have much to do, so let's just keep them safe and sound. Meanwhile, the center is going to be charging. Free company are here. Let's turn about. Yeah, we do have this nice and buttoned up. Crossbowmen can likely pivot over here to fire up over these ranks. And let's go ahead and watch this. Let's toggle out some of our weakened guys, send them to the rear. Let's see how the cavalry charge is going on this flank. Excuse me. Looks like it is proceeding ever so well, and we may be able to just wrap this up, and we'll see if we can go after the cannons after this engagement. So our left flank, the enemy is right here, seeming to have turned back in our favor. Not any reserves, with the main force committed down through the center. The cannons also not in a position to support, having pushed up into the position here, but now again besieging our ranks. So we can see the mortars firing, and we'll see if there's even some of the explosions that are going to show over that cliff. Now looks like we can't see them, but still remain convinced that there is untold death up at the top. Looks like the gunners are still holding. We do have some crossbowmen. Firing into the ranks, and let's see what this looks like from this mass. So they don't quite have the control of the ridge, very much negating their numbers and allowing my crossbows with their arc of fire to really start picking these dense ranks apart. So this is good. We'll just hold them at bay here for the time being, although here come the mortars being called in. Looks like that is going to be enough to break some of our halberds. The line slowly being peeled apart here. Let's go ahead and see how the rest of the crew is doing as we come up and over the hill. Oh man, looks like our ranks are retreating here. Oh no, are you serious? Damn, oh my god, that is so bad. I guess we ran out of time for this engagement. It was such a long fight or something. Or maybe what ended up happening is, oh shit, I really hope not. I think what maybe ended up happening is that I had my general over here who was perhaps killed by the enemy lord, and in doing so they ended up, let's see if that's true. No, it looks like he's still alive. So I'm not quite sure what ended up happening there. It may be the case that yeah, maybe he's in his death throes there, and with that his either rout or defeat triggered the complete collapse of my guys. So that was a close fought battle. I'm pretty pissed that we weren't able to see it through the end, but that just says, hey, go ahead and try this type of scenario for yourself. A staggered defense where you're behind, way behind, not only in numbers but quality of men, and try and fight a lasting defense. But I think here with the enemy cannons coming in, they were doing a lot of damage to my guys. I still had a lot of numbers holding strong. I think the main advantage that I had here was the cavalry. The enemy was drawn out and weakened, so if I had been able to perhaps sally out with the cavalry, I think there was a good opportunity. I could either go into the back and silence the enemy guns and then knock these infantry about, or just do a valiant, glorious charge down to the center. And these are all pretty weakened, unsupported guys. I don't really see any pikes left. And so, yeah, I think the cavalry actually would have seized it rather handily had we committed to that. But nonetheless, a very fun battle right up until the end, where we were, the battles ended a bit too soon for my liking. But nonetheless, like I said, this was for the cinematics, and I think we got plenty of those. So let's end the battle engagement here. Take a look at some of the final stats. 804 kills on one of the cannons, 528, one on the pistolier. So you have a range of damage being dealt, but this is taking a chunk out of 10,000 men led by the Arch-Elector, 13,000 on the enemy side. So a fair amount of kills by the pistoliers charging in, over 1,000. By these cannons. That's what a 1 ... means. Over 1,000 killed on the Hellblaster volley gun. Only one chevron, doing okay. But yeah, this is very, very cool. So anyways, this is a situation, a type of battle that I very much think that people are going to be doing a lot of, doing large army sizes, trying to do all kinds of themes and whatnot. So yeah, definitely keep this one and try and run it yourself. Anyways, like I said, check out the second channel, Invicta Gaming, where we'll be hosting a lot more of this type of content. And yeah, expect to see more of it in the near future. See ya. Bye-bye.